He said you can start. All right.
I'm playing it now.
Thank you for watching Highway 34 Connection. Today's podcast will begin shortly. Highway 34 Connection is a podcast where a trio of friends who have become brothers sit down and discuss random topics, or even break down a bracket and even discuss American sports and news. Now sit back and relax as we give you our thoughts and honest opinions on the topics at hand. Once again, thanks for picking Highway 34 Connection.
The following podcast may use videos, pictures, news articles, and even audio from another channel. Highway 34 Connection doesn't own the rights to those. We will shout out who or where we get them for the podcasts. They own the copyrights, not us here at Highway 34 Connection. Please remember that all of our podcasts are unscripted, unfiltered, and unedited. Podcasts we do are pro wrestling talk, where we discuss the world of pro wrestling and give spoilers.
Talking Football, where we talk about the current season of the NFL, XFL and USFL, where we give our thoughts on each week of gameplay. We also give our predictions on what teams will win each game.
Conspiracy Theories, we sit down and talk about conspiracy theories and why we think something is real or just a theory.
Let's chat it up. This is a podcast where we just talk about random topics here on the channel. We could talk about anything, so please be warned, our podcasts are intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Highway 34 Connection.
Hey, everybody. Actually, that
We're
one was
back.
actually a newer one than I saw last time. That one was actually better than last time. The only thing is, I think it was skipping and glitching with the any news video that we play may, the footage that we use, we don't copyright that one. It was, you couldn't always hear it, and it was glitchy. So that part might need to be relooked at, Chief. I know you can hear us. Might want to have it slow down too. I mean, I know it's computerized talk, but try to make it less obvious. But other than that, that one actually was a little better than the other one. So,
Except for the ending, I can't hear what he says.
yeah, that too. All right. So, topic of the day. We got some more updates on the Idaho shooting, and I'm thinking, I've heard of handicap matches, but handicap matches in the courtroom, including your own lawyer? Dude, there comes a time when you got to just fire your lawyer and represent yourself. Or at the very least, sit second chair.
Well, his lawyer is really good, and his lawyer knows law really well. I mean, hell, he should. He was a district attorney out of Orange County, California.
Okay, great. You may be good, but if you're screwing your client,
No, he wants to go to the Supreme Court to get everything dropped. The judge was like, well, they're just going to go off what I say anyway, so they probably won't even look at this. So I'm going to go ahead and deny it.
well, if a judge is already telling you that
You're guilty.
you're guilty, then the judge needs to be recused.
Yeah, because pretty much your rights are done.
And you know me, I'm a big believer in the freaking Constitution. And right now, this guy's 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments are being violated in the fastest way possible.
Well, he gave up his right to a speedy trial, but he didn't give up his right to a fair trial. And when you go in and you say, and you hear that the defense say, well, we're going to tell the jury what they're going to look at, what we want them to look for, and what we want them to pay attention to. That right there tells me you're going to hang the fucking jury. You want a conviction within 3 hours. So their whole 150 terabyte of data that they're talking about, to me is worthless at that point if you're not even going to get that far.
I mean, I get it. This was a horrible case, and they want an answer. They want someone put away or dead for
Oh, this
what
guy's going to
happened.
die. They already said that. He's going to die. And
Right.
this judge is just wanting to do it right now. He's done. He goes, the families have waited long enough. Well, get the right person.
I get it. It was a horrific case, but at least try to make sure we get the right person.
Yeah, come on. So far, your whole case is you have no DNA inside the car off of any victim. You have nothing off of anything except for a knife sheath. You have no clothes, no murder weapon. And I am starting to agree with his lawyer that that shit was all fucking planted. They needed a guy to fit the description. He was the guy. And then we magically found one with bushy eyebrows.
No, we don't do that. Heidi has the hiccups.
Hey, Michael, you got bushy eyebrows. It could have been you, and you're all the way in Iowa. What the fuck?
Fuck you.
So we're going off of...
Chief has bushier eyebrows than I do. And he is an old felon. You want to keep that up?
Shots fired. Shots fired.
You started it.
I'm just saying, is if you're going to go off of cell phone pings near the location, which, like he said, he was driving around. I mean...
And I don't have any eyebrows. What are you talking about?
What, you shave your eyebrows?
No. No, you just never.
Well, that's saying that messed up. Just clarifies everything.
Just get on with the damn.
I haven't stopped. So, if we're going off of everything we know right now of what they're going off of, we're going off of bushy eyebrows, cell phone pings. Again, a witness with bushy eyebrows. A defense attorney who's trying to get everything dismissed, and we got a crooked judge with a crooked prosecutor who wants to rig a jury. Now they're talking about changing venue, which again, I don't think it's going to matter even if they move it on a different state. They are going to hang this jury. So, and that is one thing that they did say during that hearing that I did notice is that they said we can change venue, but again, it's not going to matter. So that tells me right there what their plans are. That should tell everybody. And if that's the case, recommend nobody get in trouble for anything. Because you may, well, hell, at this point, we don't even know this guy did it.
I have a question. Is anybody that's part of this case, judge,
I'm just
or anybody like that, are they like related in some case to one of the victims or something?
I think that it's a tragedy that happened and they're all still trying to process it, but they're trying to just blame somebody instead of trying to actually, they're just trying to find something to give their community. So even if it means that an innocent person dies, they really don't care. They just want it solved and they want the saying in their heads that it was the right person. This is the everything. They just want the grieving to stop and to find peace in the community. It's really what it's over, in my opinion.
And you do realize that what would happen? What do you think would happen though? And like, let's say this kid's dead because he was convicted and killed,
and then the
3
right
years
person,
later, they find the real person.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. They do not care. And you know what's sad? It has happened before, where death row people have died, and then they find the right one years later.
Yeah. And then they don't do what I think they should do, and that's arrest the person that did the lethal injection. But that's a conspiracy theory for another day.
No, it ain't his fault. He's just following state and local and federal guidelines. He's got a job to do, and he does it.
Yeah. So that doesn't mean you're allowed to kill an innocent person.
Well, not if you don't know it, and you're just following orders. Just like in the military.
Yeah. So what's it called if you accidentally kill an innocent person? Oh, I know. It's called manslaughter.
Well, in that case, you could take it up to military when you're ordered to shoot somebody without a gun.
And military people have gotten to jail for that.
Some, not if it's a direct order.
That's a fine line.
I'm just saying, shit happens. You're still following orders. So he
You also
followed
can
federal orders.
deny. You also can deny. Yes, Chief, that's right. You also can deny an unlawful order.
But in his case, he's hired to do a job, so it isn't unlawful. If he refuses to do the job, he's out of a job, and there's going to get someone else to do it. It's kind of like a hitman.
But if they started being more, being able to be prosecuted for putting an innocent person down, they'll at least think twice before doing it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that we can go back and forth on, but we all know it just comes down to you're following the laws, you're following your orders. You may not like it, you may disagree with it, but at the end of the day, you have a job to do.
You never question a crap order?
I've questioned a lot of things. I mean, hell, look what we're doing right now. We're questioning if this guy's guilty or innocent right now. So if you really want to dig down a rabbit hole, we're digging down one right now. And I'm telling you right now, this case looks hung as fuck.
So it is. So it does.
And you know what? And so many people want to believe this guy did it, and somehow they're finding evidence. We've been sorry.
All right.
Lung congestion. And we've been following this case long enough, and if anything new came up, you guys would have known. But I hear so many people saying, well, they were looking at his hands when they arrested him. That's why the camera was on his hands. What were they looking for on his hands? I never found that out. I don't know. There's just so much I'm trying to find that I'm missing that other people are saying that they've heard or said. And I have followed this thing over and over and over again, and I have not found anything people are saying. No matter what article I read, no matter how far back I'm looking, I cannot hear anything. Just like I was watching a YouTube video yesterday saying how they have proof that Brian was in the house. What proof do they have? They don't even have DNA that was only found on a knife sheath. They don't have a fingerprint. They have no murder weapon. Hell, they don't even have DNA in his fucking car. So what proof do they have that he was in the house?
And if
a cell phone ping?
And if they do have proof, I want to see it.
They keep saying gag orders. What gag orders do you need? I've never heard a gag order in a case ever. Except for Donald Trump's.
No. Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying.
Here we go.
You don't hear gag orders. Okay, here's one. I'll use this one. I remember last time we talked about this, the Bonaparte guy that the brother said he killed his sisters and mom and dad. They got him with blood on his sock. That's how they got him. The jury was hung twice. And it went back to trial for a third time, but only this time they took it to Davenport. That's how they got him convicted. They did it in Des Moines twice. The third time they took it to Davenport, and that's how they got him. Because if it would have been a hung jury and they couldn't decide on the third time, he would have had to have been set free.
Right.
He would have had to have walked. So, but with this guy, they said the motive with him was because his mom and dad had big life insurance policies over $1 million for both. So there was motive there. We have no motive of 4 people that were stabbed to death brutally. No motive at all. We have, again, no fingerprints in the house. The only DNA they found was on a knife sheath, but they didn't say what kind of DNA it was. So,
Well, wait, hold on. What
do
do you
you
mean
know?
by what kind of DNA it was? It wasn't. It wasn't a freaking dolphin.
No, they never said. Like where? Like was it a skin particle, blood? They
Well,
never said. They just said they found DNA on a knife sheath.
mm.
So what kind of DNA was it? Was it blood? Was it a hair particle? Sweat? You know, these are questions. I'm pretty sure. Hi, Rampage. So, you know, I look at all this and I step back and I'm sitting here trying. If I'm a defense attorney, I'm pretty sure he probably does have the answer. But if I'm a defense, these are questions I would be asking. And he is trying to get the indictments dropped. And that was the point of him trying to go to the Supreme Court. And he had good reason because they don't have nothing that ties him to it. And that was his argument. That was the point of the hearing. And that's when the judge said that I'm going to deny the request, but they're probably going to file it anyways. And again, this will be more time spent in delays. And this case has already been over a year. And he goes, so whatever I write, well, that normally when a judge writes why he thinks that it shouldn't go through, that gives me a little more pull. So they should probably just throw it aside and not even get looked at. That's what
No.
he said.
Yeah, well, that's not how it works.
Yeah. So, and that's when he goes, so we're going to pretend this doesn't even go to court or doesn't even go to the Supreme Court. So now we're going to head into when can we get this started? And that's when they said summer of 25 to fall of 25.
Oh, good Lord.
And that's when the judge got mad. He's like, so we got to hold off another year. It's already been a year. And now we're telling me it's going to be this far out.
Yep.
And that's when he's like, look, I just want to get this done. We want to get this over with. We want to get whatever's going to happen to him so we can all get on with our lives. That was what the judge said on there, on national TV. So I agree with you. The judge should be stepping away from this. It's too personal for him. And if it's too personal for you as a judge, and you're already making a guy guilty until proven innocent, you got your laws backwards, sir. It's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So you've already taken away one right there. His other right was a fair trial because you're not giving him a fair trial at all when you're talking to the jury and telling them what to look for. I've never heard that in a case.
I mean, a prosecutor would, but not the judge. Well,
Well, no,
actually,
this
I
is
don't
what.
know. I'm not going to do it. Hold on. Give my wife a few minutes. She just stepped outside. I'm actually going to ask her that question when she gets back. Remind me to. Because she's actually done jury duty multiple times.
But I've just never heard of prosecutors telling them what to look forward to, what to look at.
A prosecutor can do that. They're trying to sway the jury to their direction. They're allowed to do that. Just like the defense is also allowed to do it to his. That they're allowed to do. I'm just not so sure if a judge is.
But wouldn't that be badgering the jury as like badgering a witness?
No, no. As long as there's not direct threats, the lawyers get a little extra play. They're allowed to. A little extra play. Wiggle room when it comes to that shit. As long as it's even. Like whatever the prosecution can do, the defense can do. And vice versa.
I don't know. I just think this is completely fucked up in my opinion. That they are actually going to hang this guy out to dry, and I do want to watch the trial though, and I guess I am waiting on it.
People do that?
they're going to do it just like how they did it. It's going to be on the judge's personal YouTube account. There will be no cameras in the room at all. It'll be done off of his personal YouTube account.
So
And
how
I think that's just because he's trying to get followers.
I have a question. I have a huge question, and this could become to the motive. We don't live in Idaho, so but here's
No.
the thing: judges
Shoot.
are elected officials. What if this is an election year for them?
You could look it up.
I can't.
I
right
can't.
Now.
Yeah, I'm on my well.
Yes. All right. So
I can try and fire up the computer.
Yeah, we need to take a look at that. If this is an election year for the guy, we just found his motive.
And yeah, well, and maybe that's why he's eager to get it done, and he didn't like the fact that he had to wait until 2025.
Exactly. Oh, that's right.
But if I'm not mistaken, as far as that is concerned, though, does that really matter?
There's being a judge,
Because
like a high rank judge. Trust me, it matters a lot to judges. It helps to move up the ladder.
No, what I mean is, does it really? But mean he still has to do this case? It doesn't matter if he's would be reelected or not.
No,
because he's still doing this case.
If he's trying to look tough on crime, he's allowed to do it.
But I know. But what I'm saying is, he's even if he is not elected, doesn't he still have to do that trial?
Okay, yeah, because that would be. There's different levels of judges. There's lower levels, there's higher levels, there's supreme judges. And if he's trying to move up the ladder for the next physical year, he wants to win or make himself look good. I mean, I don't know how it works. I mean, I'm not in that position, but I do know that there's things in play. So, hold on, just give me a second. Wait for my wife to get back in here.
Well, it's nice. No, it's letting me keep this going. So let me swap over to Google real quick.
Hi.
Means it's letting me keep this up. I don't know if my camera's still up or not, though. Oh, shit, it is. It just cut out, didn't it?
Nope, you're still there.
Oh, awesome. All right. So we are... And my computer's just not loaded up. Great. Sorry, I'm faster than my computer is. So.
Hey, Heidi, wonderful timing. We got a podcast question for you. How many times have you done jury duty? Twice or three? Twice. Okay. Okay, come on in here. Don't worry, the camera's off. Insidious has a question. Go ahead.
Hold on.
You were to ask about what a judge can and can't do. Oh, he's looking something up now. Great.
So, can a judge tell the jury what to look for in the case and give certain points?
Can a judge tell the jury what to look for? The judge. I know the prosecution will, and so does the defense. They tell you what to look for because they're trying to sway you in their direction. But did the judge ever put his 2 cents in and say, this is what I want you guys to look for?
No.
Or what was the other question?
I don't remember what the other one was.
What they're looking for and what else? What to look for?
They're giving them look points and what to pay attention to.
And what to pay attention to. The judge telling you, hey, this is what you guys to pay attention to.
No.
No?
No, we're not even allowed to talk about the case until it's time to vote.
No, we're talking about pre-trial, like during the. She said that she said both times the judge never even talked to her. I mean,
didn't think so.
just the two attorneys.
One time the judge said anything as if
Okay, they apparently a juror had a question when it comes to what like a.
like one time I had a question.
Okay, come here. No one can hear you, and you can't hear him.
One time I had a question because I knew the defense attorney, like I knew of him. I raised my hand. I said, am I still allowed to be here? They said they would look into it, and then there was a recess. They said it was fine as long as I don't discriminate because I kind of knew of the lawyer.
Yeah, and but did somebody else like ask a question like about the law or something? Like could they find him guilty of one thing and not the other?
Like one juror.
It was during that kidnapping charge, wasn't it?
It was assault charge.
You had the assault and a kidnapping charge, right?
It's a theft.
Theft and assault.
It's theft and assault.
And they want to know if you could put.
When they're trying to figure out the right jury, one juror said, "Look, I will automatically assume the person's guilty if it's assault charge," and the lawyers would ask questions why, and then they'll just excuse. Then the judge would say, "Okay, you're excused." That's all the judge would say.
Mm-hmm. But so according to her, the judge never got involved with anything except to maybe ask a legal question or something like that during the choosing. But other than that, basically no. The only ones that really addressed the jury was just the two attorneys.
We realized the second time we couldn't come to a conclusion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The second time she did jury duty, they ended up actually having a hung jury, like a mistrial.
We voted twice, it's still hung. After the results were in that we just couldn't decide, then the judge would come by and said he understood our reasoning. That's all he said.
Yeah, there you go. See, the judge they gave his opinion about it, about what they did after they already did it. The trial was over, and that was it. But nothing before or during. So does that answer your question? So yeah, what this judge is doing is completely out of line. Insidious? Right. Insidious went bye-bye. Alarm's going off. I have no idea what's going on, everybody. I know we're live, and right now we are frozen in time with Insidious. I got no idea. Oh, there he is. So, how much of that did you hear with Heidi before you went frozen?
Oh, I heard it all.
Okay. So, what's your take? I guess your take would probably still be the same. I mean, no judge should be telling
I
a jury what to think and feel. And
I don't have a take at the moment.
yeah, you do. You've been saying it this whole damn evening.
I don't have a take at the moment. I don't have a take at the moment.
Well, okay.
Check your phone, read what I sent you, and you'll know why. And you'll also see why I said he's so fucked. Sorry, guys. Yeah. When Ghost gets back, you will find out what I found out, and we'll go from there. And right now he's reading, so yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of capital letters. This judge has been through the. This judge has been. This judge has been doing the business for a while. Interesting.
What's interesting is what all he's a part of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
Hey, wait,
why?
wait. Why are we being hush hush about it? It's not. It's public knowledge.
Because this is what I'm about to be hush hush about right now. Is remember how I said going too deep down a rabbit hole could lead you into places.
It's not a rabbit hole. It's not a rabbit hole. It's true.
It is now. This just came to one. Remember how you said? You said you think maybe he might be too close?
Mm-hmm.
He's been in Moscow his whole life. Nothing's like that ever happened.
So the judge is now part of a high-profile case that's going to make him known. Okay.
No, he's out to hang this guy. Right now, he don't even care if he's got the right one. You're in his courtroom. He's been there his whole life. He's never seen anything like this. You're going down for murder, and he does not care how. He don't even care if you're innocent at this point. Mm-hmm. The police say they got the right guy. Good enough for him. He's going to prosecute him. That's all he's looking at right now. That judge is seeing red. It ain't even about, the whole profile of it. Looking at he's involved with that community so damn well, it doesn't even matter. That's why I said he's fucked. It doesn't even matter if he gets another judge at this point. They're all going to do the same thing. The only thing they could do, if his lawyer was smart, is ask for a different state and a different judge out of the state and a different prosecutor out of the state. And that's the only thing. And I'm talking to myself. Yay. Well, I guess I'm not alone. I mean, you're all here, right? So I guess that makes me not alone. Didn't even hear him leave, though. That's kind of a shitty thing to do. Oh, he's back.
Sorry. Apparently, you're allowed to look something up, but I'm not. All right. Sorry.
Rampage, you did not run away. I would know.
Run away. Run away.
So, anyways, what I was saying is, I don't think the only thing that is going to help him is maybe changing states and change the judge in a different state. And maybe even change the prosecutor. You can leave the defense, but honestly, in my opinion, I think that would be his best case scenario right now is try to push for that.
Well, what I'm reading, the prosecution isn't doing anything that deserves misconduct. Judge, no. Definitely. Look, he can't ask for it out of state. It's a state crime.
Well, but you can ask for a different county, but now they're looking at a smaller county is what they were talking about in there. They were looking at a smaller county.
Probably because they're trying to get people. But you're right. I would get somebody like far, far away from it, like get it as close to Wyoming as possible or something.
I don't know. That one guy, that other person in there in the comment sections said move it to California. Which I don't. I disagree with that. But the Supreme Court, on the other hand, for the good of the case, could move it to a different state. But
it's a state crime. I don't see how they can.
because they'll take it to the federal Supreme Court, and this federal Supreme Court can move it to a different state.
Only if they say it's a federal crime, which it isn't.
No, but due to the extent of it and the possibility of it being what it is, and the fact that you have a judge right now that's any judge of there will try to lock him up no matter what. They are out to just like I said, the police say they got this guy. That's all the judges are going to look at. They are not going to care about nothing else. And the jury is going to be the same way because they're all going to be from Idaho. All of them. You are going to have a jury that'll be the same way. They're going to be ran on emotion. They're not even going to hear anything. Like, the defense will not fucking matter. I'm telling you. You might as well just go in there and be your own lawyer because you're going to have the same damn outcome. And honestly, in my opinion, Brian Koberger's best thing right now is to actually fire his counsel and run on his own.
He's legally allowed to do that.
Because as of right now, law ain't on his side anyways.
Mm.
The only thing he could do is answer his own questions and ask questions in his own behalf. Which, in my opinion, would probably be the best thing he could ever fucking do. And that's just my opinion. So what was it you were trying to look up?
More about the judge, but you kind of already covered it. I'm tired.
I mean, the judge seems to be fair, but I don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell, man. I don't know. All I know is I do want to watch this trial unfold to know where it goes, because, like I said, they might have stuff they're not releasing to the public. Hell, this guy might be guilty as hell. But from where I'm sitting now with what little information they have said, I just don't see this guy doing anything. And I'm sorry, but Iowa wouldn't even try this case with the evidence they got. You know what I mean? I mean, you need physical evidence. You don't even have a murder weapon. You have no fingerprints at the scene. You have nothing. But they did say he cut himself. I'm wondering. That's why they were wanting to look at his hands. They said that he cut himself, but I have not found that in any report. I don't know if you have and I missed it. So that could have been where they got the DNA, but I just don't remember ever seeing that anywhere in the paper. I mean, online. Actually, you know what? Let me look that up real quick. All right, you can still hear me, right? Yep. Okay. Yeah, there they say that he was stopped twice, and they say that it never shows his right hand, even though they were trying to look at him. But they said that, and somebody else agreed, did he have any defensive wounds noticed on his face, hands, or arms? agreed. You have to be in good shape to carry out a brutal crime like that. And there is none. That's what everyone in here is saying. It says even 2 months later in custody, photos appear to show his right hand swollen and cradles it generally. Well, probably because he's getting the shit beat out of him while he's in jail.
That's. Is he at least in protective custody, do you think?
I don't know.
I mean, he was remanded, right? I mean, 4 murders, and then he was found not near the scene in a different state. I'm guessing he would be remanded. Hey, got anything else, brother? Because I'm actually getting tired.
Just looking right now. So far, not seeing anything. Says here, FBI asked. This was as January 5th, 2023. FBI asked police to pull Brian Kober over to get images of his hands, but yet they never show him.
Mm-hmm. You know why they can't show him? Because if they show him to the public, that means the jury would have access to it. And, well, there you go. Then you got biased jury before it even starts.
Okay, that's a video picture I've never seen.
Burp, burp. Heidi, why is your stopwatch on?
He does have scrape marks on his face, but what's weird is in that arrest photo, you don't see those. That's kind of peculiar. But they're there at his hearing. Can you hear me? So, upon further investigation here, Ghost, I'm going to wrap this up after I bring up this statement here.
I can hear you, but I don't know what the deal is.
All right. So I'm going to wrap this up when I make the statement here. So, in his hearing, he has scratches on his neck, but during the arrest photos where they show the side of his face and everything, he doesn't have any. I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing. Yeah, I can't hear you at all. It's like a hit and miss.
That's weird. Because I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, now I can hear you. But yeah, I don't know. It's like a hit and miss thing. Like, it's like they want you to believe he did, but on the other hand, I don't know. Like, there's no healing wounds on his hand, like they show in the pictures. Like there's no healing marks. Is this a case where, because nobody's going to see it regardless of if he goes to prison or whatever, whatever they do this at, no one will ever see it. It won't even be televised. So do we know 100% sure that he even gets anything out of this and just gets put on a ship to Hawaii? Nope, not really. But all right, man, this is going to cover it for our Conspiracies podcast for tonight. Almost 50 minutes. Ghost is getting tired, and I'm getting there myself. So we're going to wrap this up, I think. And we will catch you guys next time on Conspiracy Theories.
Later.
Later, guys.
Hi, I'm Insidious. Thanks for watching this podcast.
This is the Ghost, and thank you for watching our podcast.
And I am the Chief. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.